Ryan, hold my hands.
Oh, do I have to?
Hold my hands.
I've got clammy hands, I'm sorry. Oh, God.
The bitch was in the way. The bitch was in the way. The bitch was in the way. The bitch was in the way.
Was it?
The
It was in the way.
bitch was in
Together
the
now,
way.
the bitch was
in the way.
The way.
The bitch.
Which way?
The
way.
The bitch was in the way. Hello and welcome back to the You Think I'm Joking, but really the joke's always all on me podcast. It's your hosts.
How sad.
It's your hosts. It's Billy Parmenter and it's Ryan James Carter.
Hello.
We don't have a guest this week.
Well, that's what you thought, Billy. Come on in.
Come on down. No, we've
really don't
we've
have a
had
guest.
because we had Boy.
We had
Charlie.
On
we
that
had Boy.
unfortunate thing.
Then Tiff wasn't really a guest
Oh, no.
as such. She was just a
Cameo. She was a cameo.
She had a cameo. And then
I thought you
and
called
then
her a little bitch then, but you were just like,
Well.
she was just a little bit.
Well,
You well?
she was a little bit. She had a little bit in the podcast,
Yeah.
and she's a little bitch as well.
She is.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, no one really likes her.
Well. Yeah.
Anyway, next we had Jay.
Oh, we had Jay. He was a love, wasn't
Jay,
he?
Jew.
An absolute love.
And obviously there's Jack who pops up when he wants to, or
Yeah,
when he
but
when he has
we've
to.
got no guest this time because we're
having a chill one, aren't we?
Doing it.
We say chill one. We never know when a podcast
We
is
don't
going
know
to
what's
go
going to happen.
tits up, out the window, on the ceiling.
You know what? These podcasts are one of the least predictable things in my life.
Yeah. Do you know what's weird that I just thought about?
What's that?
This is episode 9.
Yeah.
Right?
So I had a little count in my
That's
head.
fine. It's alright. Number 9 comes after 8 and it's before
Yeah.
10.
Oh, yeah.
There's 52 weeks in a year. That's like...
Yeah, we're like progressed. We're like almost
We're getting there.
the fifth
We've almost done
of
a
the way
year's
through.
worth of podcasts, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Not quite. Get ahead of yourself.
Nowhere near. But it's weird that it's nine weeks of this we've been doing, and
Yeah.
this is the first thing we've ever actually
And-
committed to.
Yeah, and I was literally thinking about this the other day when I was at work, or maybe I was at work. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But I was thinking like it's weird because it in some ways it feels like we've just started doing it, and in other ways I'm like, shit, it's week 9. We have it. We've committed to this and we've done this. We've done 9 of these now.
Because we have a laugh when we do it.
And yeah, like you said, it's like one of the things that we've most committed to. I committed to daily vlogs ages ago.
Yeah, I mean, as
That
like a
was
joint,
when
as
I
like a
had more
joint
time.
effort. Yeah,
because
exactly. Yeah.
I was at school, and
Yeah.
really, school is like fucking easy. Like,
Oh God, imagine doing that now. Like it's just
it's when
it's
when
cutting
I,
things
like,
out and sticking it down, and then saying why you're not good at something.
You know what I hate most about it is that when you're at school and adults tell you, "Oh, school's not that bad." When you're a bit older, or when you're working, or when you
It's the
come out of
typical
school,
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
you're gonna realise it's not that bad, and that life just gets worse and harder and stuff. And you're like, "Oh, shut up! Yeah, no, school sucks. I want to be out of school so badly." And I'm like, oh, how fucking easy would my life be if I was at school
that
right now
statement is
instead of
so-
at work, or you know, at college, or at stuff where things matter actually a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus,
It's also
school's
true.
So fucking easy.
true that we've left school, left college, and now have a podcast called the I'm Real Sad podcast. I'm not really alive anymore. I can't see myself. I couldn't see myself making this when we were like
Yeah, when
13,
I was at,
14.
Yeah, because I didn't feel
No.
the way the title
No.
expresses.
Expresses.
But no, it's like back at school, I guess like everybody worries too much because at the time that was the most stress that had been put on you, and also you're just too conscious of everything. You're too conscious of how
true.
other people are, how other people feel or see you or feel about you, and all of that nonsense. Sorry, and then
I can't believe. Hang on. Let's just stop.
well.
Right? We usually burp on this podcast.
So why did I apologise?
I don't know.
don't
Carry
know.
on with your story.
I retract that apology for burping. Anyway, yeah, so, like, at school, like, you're just thinking about it too much.
I know what you mean. I always think.
Whereas
that
now I feel like if I had the mindset
Yeah.
that I have now, obviously I'm worrying about everything too much now. But in comparison, I know that school was way easier. So if I did actually 100% know that in my mind and I was back at school,
Yeah.
I just wouldn't care. And
Yeah.
I think back to things where I'm like, sometimes I'm like, because I was always really good at school. Not
There's
good
some
as in,
certain things you
not
wouldn't mess
so
around
much
with.
good as in like, I was good at the work. I mean, I was okay. I got on just
You weren't a
fine,
rule breaker.
but I wasn't like
a rebel.
yeah, and I wasn't like like in the smartest classes, but I
Yeah.
also wasn't like destructive and all that. But I just sort of was too scared of doing anything. I'm like, I wish that I did argue with more teachers, and
Yeah.
I wish that I did argue. Well, like, you know, if someone was a dick, like if I spoke back
That's
to them,
literally
and
what
stuff, because I'm
my
like,
next point
now
was.
I'm like, oh, it would have been so easy back then, like,
Yeah.
and nobody would have done anything. Or the worst that they could do is, oh, you have to wait behind for an hour, which is fucking nothing
Which is nothing.
after
yeah.
school. And like, oh, just sit there.
It's
Like,
literally just
oh,
to
that's
do
the
that,
worst thing in the world. Oh, I have to sit here for an hour. I'm like,
Yeah.
when I'm at work, I've got to sit there for fucking 9 hours.
And on your
And
lunch
I have
do
to
nothing.
deal with people who I don't like.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's my point. If I was like the person I am today, back when I was at school, I would have not given a shit about 80% of the stuff that got said to me, because
oh god, yeah.
it was the petty little things that people used to do, or little things that wouldn't fuss me at all today, that really got to me when I was younger.
Yeah,
and I reckon,
because at the time that was the worst you knew of.
yeah, exactly. And I just felt like I was constantly
the world you
being
were
picked
in.
on. Whereas now I can say for myself, oh, there's a difference between like being picked on and standing up for yourself. Like you can just, you don't even have to stand up for yourself. You can just choose to block it out. And I reckon it was when we were younger, it was much harder to do, because obviously you're not as mature and you haven't gone through life as much. But I just wish. Well, I guess I don't wish, because I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in thinking, like, you know, everything's happened. Everything that has happened has led me to where I am right now. And whatever.
Yeah.
But it's an odd one, because as much as I'd love to go, like, back to school and stuff. Well, the thing is, I don't want to just be like, oh, you know what, I wish I could go back to school. But
Yeah, because it's not you don't want to actually go back to school.
but I wish I
if you
could redo school, like.
Oh, yeah,
as in,
that's
like,
another thing. Yeah,
compared to how it did happen.
Another
yeah.
thing as well is like with paying attention at school. I'm like, literally, if I just fucking paid attention,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I didn't do.
The work was
I
so
didn't
much
do.
more easier.
I didn't do bad at school, but like, I could have done fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If I just paid attention.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I had this conversation with my mum and dad the other day. It's weird. They were talking about. I don't know what they were talking about, but I sort of caught their conversation they were having in the kitchen, and it made me think about how. So here's one dumb thing about me is that I, for the longest time, couldn't tell the time on, like, you know, clocks, like
As in analog clocks, yeah.
because, and I distinctively remember years ago when I was at school, the class, it was maths class, that they're showing us basically teaching us how to read those clocks,
Yeah.
or whatever. And I distinctively remember not paying attention because the teacher sort of, I guess, noticed, but it wasn't like I wasn't paying attention, like, oh, I was talking to somebody or I was being disruptive or anything like that. I was literally like ADD mode, just like looking around the room, and like I had no idea what the teacher was like saying. Not a single word was going in my ear, in either of my ears. Either of them. Either of my ears.
So it's bad enough when it's not going through one ear, but when you go through
it ain't
two
going
ears, you
through
fucking
either
two.
of them. So
I've got a problem with putting things through holes, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and I can't remember what my original point was that I'm coming off from you, but now I've just
You were
got the
talking to your
story,
mum and dad, and they were telling you that was the one stupid thing.
Yeah,
you can't read the
no,
time.
I can't remember really what the point was and why I got into this.
Look,
but
Billy, let me paint you a picture.
Well, let me just stop you right there.
How sad are we?
All we do is just quote our own podcast. Great.
We'll be quoting this one next week.
Yeah, but basically, I didn't know how to tell the time, because in the lesson when we were being taught that, I wasn't paying attention, and she called on me and was like, "Oh, Billy, can you do this?" And I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, "Oh, can someone help him?"
Yeah.
And basically they sort of said what it was or whatever. But then when they were saying what it was, obviously my mind was then fixated on the fact that I was like, "Oh fuck, they caught me out."
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So for ages I didn't know how to tell time on those clocks, and I do know how to now. But I can't comprehend how people can literally
just
like they're like, "Oh, what's the time?" They look at their watch for literally a second and they can just tell you. I have to stare at it for a good 10 seconds and like properly work it out.
Still to this day?
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I learned in my Spanish lesson years later how to tell it, because we were learning how to tell the time in Spanish.
That is so
That's
weird.
how I then learned how to read those clocks. So it was
God.
like, so I must have been in like year 9. How old are you in year 9?
You were about 14, 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like a ridiculous age to be learning how to tell the time on those clocks. But yeah, I still haven't really grasped it, because I literally did not pay attention in that lesson.
Funny.
And I think that might be my point. It's just that, like, if I just pay, I mean, it's hard for me because I do actually have ADD. So I can't just decide. I'm gonna do it. Like, my brain doesn't actually work like that, unfortunately. But like, there are certain aspects where I'm like, if I literally just chose to care, I guess. Because there were so many bits where I was like, I just don't care. And that's why I wasn't paying attention. There were some times where it's like, it was hard for me to pay attention. But there were a lot of times where I'm like, if I just cared and chose to be like, actually I'm interested in this.
Yeah.
It's like science. When you're at school, you couldn't give a fuck about it.
It's literally just about the next thing I was going to say is, the most frustrating thing about coming out of school and being this age now is science and like history. Subjects at the time.
I mean, history, yeah.
Like, shout out to my teachers who are all listening, inevitably listening. I would today be so genuinely interested in the topics and the learning process, learning about what we did back then. But back then, I just associated it with, I've got to go to school. This is another week where it's going to drag out and be boring. Whereas it's got a lot to do with being younger though, and not having the appeal. But obviously, as I'm older, I'm a lot more interested in different things, and you change with what you like and whatever. But I'd love to go back and do GCSE science and learn about it, because it genuinely is interesting. Even
science
the theory stuff
is actually fucking cool. It's
awesome,
interesting. It's like awesome to know how things work, and also not even how like the everyday mundane things work, but like the cool shit that you wouldn't know about. But it's like, it almost seems, it's like when you see certain things where you're like, whoa, that was incredible. How did that work? And it's like, fucking science, bitch.
Science, yeah.
That's how it worked.
I think.
Whereas when you're at school, you're just like, I don't care.
Towards the end of towards the end of school, I did sort of get into it a little bit more, just because I really liked biology. I was really interested in all like sort of that sort of side of it. But now I'd like physics is what would be my like space and all that. I would I would have loved it, and all like learning about particles.
It's the way that we're taught it.
And you're in the environment with other people that not everyone is going to want to learn at all. Like it's sort of there are douchebags in the class.
That's another problem. It really changes things with what class you're in, because if you're in a class full of people who don't want to learn, as much as you want to, you're not going to learn as much as you could, because it's just constantly being disrupted.
And I always find that it depended on teachers, because you could have a really, really good teacher, and they know all the knowledge and stuff, but they're really bad at controlling the class. And if they can't do that, I think it has a knock-on effect to everyone else, because you feel like you're not making progress and you kind of get in with everyone else. But then you got teachers who were like super fun and like would, I don't know, let you do cool stuff or chat about things. Yeah. And that would get you more interested in doing it, because it's different. It's more like they're like getting down to your level kind of thing.
Yeah. One year I had a science teacher, and everybody loved him because he basically just acted like one of the students. Well, not like really, but like
I respect
the way he spoke to you. He just spoke to you as if you were just like another peer
that's what
of
I really
his
respect,
or whatever. And like everybody loved him because he was well right and everything. And then also my group of friends in our science class, we had a special connection with him because he liked stuff like Metallica and like heavy, like rock music and stuff like that. So there was what I remember one time because also we were kind of the weird bunch.
Yeah.
Like, and there was
every school has one.
There was this one person in the class, and she was just like going on about talking about us in our little group where we were sitting.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, they're so weird and blah 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 and stuff," and he was like, "Yeah, well, they like good music, so whatever, they can do what they want."
Yeah, and that instantly makes your group feel like,
so we were just like,
cool.
yeah. Now we're going to pay attention to you because you're a cool teacher and we like you.
It only takes that little thing to change the way you psychologically think about it, because it's just that one thing can make you think, oh, this guy's actually alright. And you don't feel the need to just, for the sake of it, not listen and not pay attention. You just get interested by it.
But like, it wasn't even like, oh, he was just alright to us though. Like everybody loved him. That was the thing. But then, really cool. But then it was also cool for us because we had a thing in common with him, which was music.
And it was always when someone was really like bad or something, and then like the teacher was trying to get on, and then all of a sudden it would be like the final straw, and the teacher snaps, and they're like, right, you out.
Yeah.
And like thinking about it now, when someone got sent out of the classroom, I didn't see it as, oh, he's going to be removed from the class so that he won't distract anyone else, or they won't distract anyone else.
You just saw it as, that's...
I saw it as like a really, like, oh God, I don't want to be
sent out. It's a punishment for him.
Yeah, like,
it's like
the process
of... that's fucking great. He doesn't want to be in that class.
The process of getting out of your seat and moving out of the room and then having the door closed behind you seems
to
really...
you seem daunting.
Like, daunting and humiliating and, like, scary. Like,
but to him it's like, oh, it's a laugh.
Yeah,
most likely.
Yeah. But now that I think about it, I'm like, good, you can get on with the fucking lesson now.
Yeah. And that was the point, really.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't so much, to punish them. It was more like, okay, get out so that I can teach
So
my
not
class.
only that, but if you're getting sent out of the classroom, it, like, my point was, that seemed like such a scary thing. Like, oh God, no, I'm gonna get arrested, or something really bad is gonna happen. You literally, all you've done is walked outside the classroom. There's nothing bad about it. But when I was back at school, I used to think that was really like terrible.
It's weird how like your world changes because of the situation you're in. So then anything that was crazy bad to you in one sort of situation now is like, oh, well, that's nothing because now I'm in a completely different universe.
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
and I must say, on that point, you've changed my world, Billy.
You know what, Ryan? I'm going to paste you up and cover you in wallpaper. Screw shelves into you and call you a wall. That's all you are to me, trying to keep people inside your sordid little house. This is no white abode. You can have
abode.
You can have skirting board shoes and plug sockets on your knees. I'll hang a painting on your lip and put tinsel around it at Christmas.
I really fucking hope these are song lyrics and not just something you've just made up.
Oh. You know what, Ryan? I've been listening... Well, I listened in the shower the other day to...
That's a bit too much information.
Enter Shikari's album.
Speaking of which, Enter Shikari! Come on
down, we've got a guest. Oh, I'd love to have Enter Shikari on here. That'd be great.
Who would you rather have as your co-host on the podcast? The whole of Enter Shikari or me?
Oh.
But like for the rest of the time, you can't
So it's not just for one podcast.
Every week you have Enter Shikari or me.
Yeah, sure. We can talk politics. Enter Shikari and I.
Is that you saying you'd have them over me? Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay. Then. No, just.
Sure.
It's alright. Like I said, I've only got about 2 more episodes. I was listening to
Common Dreads in the shower the other day. Their album Common Dreads, and it's an old one and it's a good one, and I ain't listened to it in a long time. And it's always good. They've got a song called Wall, and that was.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a nice comment on your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the lovely people at home make some comments on the YouTube videos.
They do. Thanks for that segue. I've been wondering when I was going to
whip it out.
Basically, what Hip Hop happened was we uploaded a podcast. Do you not like that one?
No, it's just so quick and you fit it into your sentence. Basically, what we hip hop happened.
Basically, what hip hop happened is that we uploaded a podcast.
Wait.
So what hip hop happened?
What are you trying to say, mate?
What I'm trying to say, all I'm trying to say is instead of staring in your cellar desolately for inspiration, belt up and equivorate your indignation. I ain't saying anything.
Just
that
fucking read the comments. Stop with the lyrics. Stop with the lyrics.
There's another case study for anthropology.
Stop with the lyrics. I'll shove my dick down. Carry on with the comments.
So basically, what hip hop happened was...
Oh my god!
Look, if you interrupt me, I'm gonna have to restart my sentence. What hip hop happened was we uploaded a podcast.
A pudding.
Uploaded a pudding.
This week's pudding's bread and butter pudding.
And we then recorded another podcast with Jay before the other one had uploaded, so we didn't get to read comments. So we've got so many comments to read from that podcast and then the one with Jay. So
breathe.
I'm gonna get. Oh, that was a bit intense.
Okay, sorry. No.
So we're gonna. I'm gonna read some comments.
Sorry, what?
Some comments.
There we go.
And so we got the first comment.
Did we?
From Ryan Carter.
What did I? Oh yeah.
This episode was pizza shit.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
There's not much else to say about that other than agree with it.
Mm.
We have from Beckaboo XOX. Fucking bitch.
This is your sissy whistle. I was like, hang on, don't talk to the commenters like that.
100% accurate of how Dad gives out facts whilst driving.
That's funny because you guys have the same dad.
We do.
She's your sister.
She is my
and you're
sister.
her brother.
Yeah.
And you have the same dad.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
I'm also my dad. Because, as I explained in the podcast...
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? How are you also your dad?
I am my mum and I am my dad. I am my mum and I am my dad. Because I get certain things from my mum, which is all of... Well, it's from my mum I get the fact that I can't put together a sentence and finish a sentence properly. There we go.
Well
properly. Ever.
Nice example.
Ever. And also that I just make up ridiculous words for everything and anything.
Yeah.
And then from my dad is just telling useless facts that really they matter to me. They don't really probably don't even matter to me, but they're just things in my head. And I was thinking about this the other day was that I feel like, don't know how it is for him, but I feel like for me it's just that when I don't know a lot about most things. So when I know something about something,
you mince it.
I feel like this is my moment to be important, and this is my moment to know something, to actually have some knowledge to give someone. So you know what, I'm going to give it to them, whether they like it or not. This is probably why I'm now single. Probably a contributing factor. Because I'm fucking boring, and I'll just go on, and we're sat there in the car, and I'll just chat your ear off.
Yeah.
I can chat your fucking ear off about music.
You can.
And it's not even like
and it's not even like
it's not even like most of the time it's not even like the facts I'm coming out with. A lot of it can literally be like this is something that I want to do, but like obviously I can't get around it with like copyright. Is I could literally I could listen to music and do a running commentary of how each second of the music makes me feel and how it changes. And I'm like, okay, so this bit you're like, yeah, this is the bit, and it's building up, and then you're like, oh, and then this happens, and then it's like so much power in there, and then
if that is like word for word how one of your commentaries would go,
it would go.
I would not fucking listen to it. Oh, this is the bit that makes me go.
Well, no, because I was watching the other night. I was watching.
Really, were you?
Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night.
No, it was yesterday. It was tomorrow. It was tomorrow that you listened to it.
Don't do this to me. I was watching it's not the highlights. It's like the actual
Wally.
Right, that's it, mate. You're out.
I'm just winding you up.
Get out of here, mate. It's already hard enough for me to make a sentence.
That's what she said.
And then
I'm so sorry. You're completely fucking blank
mate,
now.
I have ADD. You can't do this. You can't do this to me.
Do you know what? If I didn't do this podcast like we did that one time without a coffee, I couldn't do it. I honestly just couldn't do it. Because I drink it, but within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it's done, I'm like, that's it. Boom. We've got 50 minutes of prime time.
But basically, what?
Orcs
must die.
Orcs die.
See,
For you at home, we just did a ritual.
Yeah. So basically, what Hip Hop Happened was I was watching the footage from Queens of the Stone Age.
Right, there we go.
At Reading Festival 2014, which I was at.
Right.
And I was on the front barrier, and it was so good. But basically, Joshua Homme.
Sorry. We're supposed to be reading the comments.
Oh yeah, but I've gone off on
Carry on. We'll get to that eventually.
We'll get to the rest of them. We've got a fucking lot to get to.
You picked up your phone to look at the comments and it's back on the windowsill.
Put it back down because I've gone off on one.
What Hip Hop Happened, Billy?
What Hip Hop Happened was I was... Joshua Homme, he's got this certain stage presence where, like, okay, so I like seeing a band where there's just so much energy from the band and everything, and that's the best thing for a live performance and everything. And I find it boring when a band just sort of stands there, does their thing and whatnot, doesn't really talk or interact too much with the crowd and whatever and stuff. But Joshua Homme from, I think that's how I say his name right, from Queens of the Stone Age, he's got this certain presence about him where he sort of does that, where he just sort of performs, does his thing, doesn't interact with the crowd too much, does a little bit, but, like, he stood there in this, like, obviously, he takes it off after a while, but at first, he stood there and he's just in this coat, and he's just, it's like, it's just like, he rocks up, he turns up, he's just doing his job, and he's like, this is my job, I'm fucking good at it.
He's just yeah.
He's just so chill, and he's got this certain presence about him. Where I'm just like, this man is too good for Reading Festival. He knows it, and he's fucking showing it. He doesn't need to put too much in. He doesn't need to go mad. He doesn't need to go crazy. He's just there, and he's just like, this is my job.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it well. Here we go.
Do you know what? I also know someone like that. I'm only kidding. His name's Billy Palmer, and he can't stick to one fucking thing.
So
Thank you, Becky, for your lovely comment about what your dad does and what Billy's like.
Yeah,
being like
it's good, isn't it?
Thank you.
So
for
we
comment,
have this is original. I often question why I listen to every podcast all the way through, and I
wonder why
back.
Too.
I'd question it too if I didn't appreciate the fact that you do listen to it the whole way through so much.
Yeah, as much as like we appreciate you listening and stuff, we also have no fucking idea why you listen to it.
Yeah.
You must have absolutely nothing better to do, and if you do have something better to do...
In fact, I know why I listen to it the whole way through.
Why is that?
Because I listen to the podcast the whole way through each week when I edit it, and you know what?
What?
I fucking laugh my arse off at us so much. It's really
That's
bad.
Like spoiling the movie magic.
I don't care. It's so bad how funny I find us. We're good, aren't we? And I commented, I like beans. And that's it. I just commented on my own video.
Alright. Maybe read the ones that mean are worth our time.
We have obscenely marvelous comment. As far as shitfests go, I found this one enjoyable. It's worth listening to just for the bowling tips.
I must say that comment is obscenely marvellous.
That is marvellous.
It was a shitfest.
And we've got Ari.
That podcast
nearly
didn't go out, did
it? So
it was nearly a 0.5 bonus episode.
That podcast, when we were done with it, I just was not feeling it, and I was like, that was the worst thing we've ever produced, and I almost didn't want to upload it. But then I decided to, so...
Yeah, right after that, me and Billy reproduced.
Another podcast,
yeah.
So, we've got Ari, and he comments...
Hang on, how's that spelt?
H-A-R-R-Y.
I was half expecting you to say A-R-R-Y.
H-R-R-R-Y, Ari. Ari put...
You just said H-R-R-R-Y.
Real. He commented a smiley face. And I commented a bigger smiley face back. Because I said, if you don't even have to comment a comment, you could just do a smiley face if you want. So
that's taking the piss
a bit.
He took
that and he did it. Sometimes I like to do this thing. I like to start a sentence with no air in my lungs. And Ryan loves it. He's just lost his shit at me.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
found it funny when I did it, and then he found even more funny was the explanation.
The explanation.
The explanation.
But that's what it is. Now that I know how to describe it, I'm going to be like, Billy, do the thing where you put no air in your lungs and then you say stuff.
Do the thing where you start a sentence without any air in your lungs. I can't do it, actually.
It's so funny.
I don't think I can actually do it by choice. I just tried to do it then. It didn't really work. Oh, breathe. Right.
Breathe.
Then we got Tiffany Torres.
Oh, do we have to read these ones?
I legit started smacking my steering wheel.
That sounds like a euphemism.
And swang my head laughing at the beginning of the podcast. I totally forgot about my fucking comment last week. Ha ha ha.
This is like, hang on, just to put this into perspective. That comment, right, is talking about a podcast 2 podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Of her listening to the podcast in the car, which she was on. She was on a podcast.
Yeah.
So she listened to our podcast in the car. And she was on that podcast, and she heard herself in the car on the podcast, and then commented on another podcast.
And then called you a dick and alt. That was the comment she's
That's not what I was leading up to. Thanks for shitting on my parade.
Well, she also said, it's not Milky's or milk, it's
Milk.
MLK. It's milk. She also commented, she loves a good old comment. She loves
Don't we fucking know?
Chit chat.
She does exploit it a bit though. She's like, oh, I'm gonna leave a comments. She
comments.
Plural.
See, that's the sort of fucking thing I'd say.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna leave a comments.
We leave a comment, and then she has to go and fucking leave 500.
Well, that's good because we need more comments, Ryan. We need more comments.
I don't know. I'm getting sick of her, to be honest.
I'm getting I was
don't know what that means.
Listening to this in the car when Billy said, "I'm gonna be listening to myself," and oh my god. I love this podcast so much. Laugh my ass off. There's 2 O's there, so I assume that's off.
Wait, how's it spelled?
LMAOO.
Oh right, I thought you were saying she actually wrote out off.
No, she's just put 2 O's there, and legit, it's funny how we are so fucked up to each other. Then we have your favourite, Hello Kitty obsessed.
Oh, for
96.
fuck's sake! I've got a bone to pick with you, Hello Kitty 96.
These 2 love each other. I love it.
No, you can't say
Ryan,
that.
you need to stop trying to make my name inappropriate. It's not meant to be 69. It's 96 because I was born in 1996.
What?
Same here.
Whatever,
I was also born
mate.
in 1996.
Whatever, mate.
Snaps fingers. Billy.
No, stop. I need to add in
Yeah.
here. This is where I butt in and
Start
analysing, okay? She can't tell me what I can and cannot do. I will tell her what her name is. It quite clearly says Hello Kitty Obsessed 69. Because she's being rude.
That's 96.
Backwards. Yeah. And then she has the cheek to virtually snap her fingers.
She also says, Billy, I think it's time you replace Ryan and get a better co-host now. By the way, you are both nuts, man.
Oh my god!
You're both... By the way, you both are nuts, man.
No! Where's the S? No!
You both are nuts, man.
You're both nutsman. It's not you both are nuts, man.
You both are nuts, man. It's milk first.
Maybe
my favourite Ninja Turtle was always Michelangelo. Sorry for the long comment.
Also, why have you got to finish it off with Michelangelo? Michelangelo's the worst Ninja Turtle.
Is he? What one's he?
You don't know.
No, I don't know their names and who goes with who. Which name goes with what?
Hello Kitty Obsessed 69. I think we should replace both hosts of this fucking podcast.
Someone can actually speak.
Michelangelo's the orange one. He likes pizza and he's got the nunchucks and he's like,
yeah, that's cool. He likes pizza. I thought they all like pizza.
They all do, but he specifically...
He's the one who always orders
He gets hard thinking of it.
She also commented again. Well, not Hello Kitty, as in Rebecca Tard, my sister.
She did another one.
She goes. Also, when is your super cool sister gonna make a guest appearance on this tragic podcast? And I said, I gave her. I fucking told her. I said I did. I did. Never, because she's rude and mean. Because one, she was rude and mean in that comment. 2, she's just rude and mean in general.
Did you address her in third person in that comment? Did you say she's never coming on?
Yeah. I said never because she's rude and mean. Because she addressed herself in third person in her comments, so that I was just
Okay, well, Becky, if you're listening to this one...
Fuck off.
No, that was Billy, just to clarify. That was not me. Becky, if you're listening, this is Ryan talking. I'd love to have you on this podcast just because I want to see Billy get really
I'm calling
annoyed.
you out now, Rebecca. I'm calling you out now. Since you've gone to university... You come back.
You come back.
You're kind of rude. I don't know if you've noticed.
Save it for the time she's on the podcast. It will be so much better, alright?
So she can actually
Basically,
defend
Becky,
herself.
every time you aren't on the podcast, just leave a comment and just say, when am I going to be on the podcast?
And then we'll invite you on and then we'll just have an argument.
Do it. I don't know if I want to be there for that one.
And then she replied, whoa. And I said, that's right, Sonny Jim.
Ho ho!
Oh, and then we have another comment.
Yeah.
Tiffany Torres.
Fuck it, that's 3 on this one
She
video.
says, really guys, 13? Laughing my arse off.
We
And
like that number.
Huh?
We like that number though.
Yeah, I like 13. Nothing wrong with that. And then I replied back the number 13 times.
Did you?
Yes.
Wait.
Because I'm an asshole. For a second then I thought you'd swallowed it. I thought you'd swallowed your burp.
No,
It didn't seem to be coming out.
Always spit. It's, you know.
Oh dear. So this is the next... Oh, shut up. It started
That was
fine.
me, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Right, so this is the next...
This is...
So we're doing
So
two...
those were the comments on episode 7.
We just got to go to our quick interval before we go on to the next...
This podcast is sponsored by Walls.
Don't start fucking breaking down lyrics again. Right, just bear with me. Don't... I'm just going to do the interval, okay? We've got a sponsor. Welcome to the ASMR portion of this podcast, sponsored by British people doing American accents while we're whispering. Today's guest is Ryan Carter. How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm gonna fuck you in the butt.
That was Ryan. Thank you for listening to this sponsor of this podcast.
I'm gonna fuck you in the butt.
I'm gonna fuck you in the butt. Just to reiterate, thank you.
I'm gonna fuck you in the butt. So this is episode 8's comments. Episode 8's the one we had with Jay, and we have a comment from. This is original. So all these people are the same because we have a very we have a community, as I mentioned. We have a community.
Fucking say it with me. Do this again.
Hold in your hand.
Community.
Community. Right. It's like Mutants the movie.
No, it's not.
It's Mutants the movie. Apocalypse. This is original. So we have this community of people who comment. So this is original. So I'm thinking, since this podcast is so great, it needs more guests.
Well, that's the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Squeeze your balls then. This brings us on. Like, thank you. What's his name? Original.
This is original.
This is original. That is original. Listen, because of that very comment, we are very proud to be announcing for the first time on the 9th. We could have done it on the 10th podcast, but we're doing it on the 9th because we love you guys so much. We are announcing that we are allowing any one of you to guest star on our podcast. You're going to buy tickets to England and you're going to fly here, all things inclusive by yourself. So you're going to buy your accommodation and stuff because we ain't putting you up.
I mean, we would Skype you in.
Oh, well.
But that's hassle of, like, finding a time when you can Skype and we can Skype.
That's David Hasselhoff.
If you just fly yourself over here...
Yeah, a bit way easier.
We're not going to fly you over.
No.
You fly yourself over here.
Yeah. Whoa! Whoa!
No.
I'm going to fuck you in the butt. I'm going to fuck you in the butt.
I'm going to fuck you in the butt. I'm going to fuck you in the butt. I'm going to fuck you in the butt. I'm going to fuck you in the butt. I'm going to fuck you in the butt.
Fudge patties!
So you're going to fly yourselves over here and then, like, stay wherever you stay. And we're not going to put you up in our house. You're going to find a hotel or some kind of inn and you're going to stay there until it's convenient.
You're going to find some sort of inn, like a tavern.
Yeah.
You get a pint of ale and you're going to go on a quest to hunt some dragons.
2 flagons of ale, please, sir.
2 flagons of ale!
2 flagons of ale, please, sir.
You're fucking blind! I wish you... Fuck! Fuck!
He's a baby boy. He doesn't like when I do that for some reason or other. So you're going to fly yourself over here, and then you're going to find a place to stay, and then at our convenience you can come round and be on the podcast. All you guests. Then we have a comment from Tiffany Torres. She says, Ryan, legit, I can't breathe. You're too funny. This makes me so sad.
I don't understand. She's contradicting herself.
I replied back, no, not so sad, so mad.
Oh,
she's mad. And I replied back saying he's alright.
Is that it? Are we just breezing past that? Are we? You're not going to give me a chance to retaliate or anything?
Tiffany Torres also comments.
Fucking hell, she's just...
I want to hear you guys talk about... Oh, yeah, I remember she told me to talk about this. So now this is... Right, I'm going to leave this one until after I've done the rest of the... In fact, actually, no, this is pretty much the last comment for me to mention anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to do this one now. So...
Is that the last comment?
Well, she also said, no, Billy, don't go, lol, legit, this project... project, yes.
This is a project.
No, podcast.
Wait.
Fucking filthy, mate. You're absolutely. That's it. You're just absolutely. No, Billy, don't go. Lol, legit. This podcast is giving me anxiety.
Why? Why did she say that I'm really funny and it makes her mad, and then she's like, no, Billy, don't go? Does she realise this podcast is a 50-50 effort?
You know what? I don't know.
Do you realise, Tiff, that it's not just me...
And it's not just Billy.
It's not just Billy, it's both of us recording this. So when Billy leaves, I also leave.
Yeah.
What about, does she not miss me?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm confused. But I don't know what she's referencing to in the comments. She said, Billy, don't go. I don't know. I don't think I left at any point until right at the end.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit confused. I want to hear you guys talk about, like... Shut up.
You can't tell her to shut up halfway through a comment.
No, it was a Twitter notification. I want to hear you guys talk about, like a dream you guys have. Is that lame? Lol. I feel like I'd love it.
You're right, mate. You having an aneurysm?
No, look, she says...
Do you want me to read it? Do you want me to finish it off?
No.
Okay.
Lol, I feel like I'd love it. Be like legit. Like a goal you have, and then talk about like stupid and weird dreams you guys have had, like while you're sleeping dreams. Ha ha ha. So basically what she's trying to say is, instead of staring in your stellar disbelief for inspiration, belt up and equivorate your indignation. I ain't saying anything that can be construed as an apology. There's another case study for anthropology. I know, let's announce embargoes and de-announce our farfos, ingrown egos and syntax enos. Is it just distance that separates us, or are we really so ethnocentrically inclined? Mate, what the fuck are you on about? Ryan's leaving. Ryan, come back, baby boy. Baby boy, we've got to talk about the comment. Baby boy. Oh, he's gone. He's actually left. You heard the door go there. So this is just me now. What Tiffany Torres is talking about, what she's asking, is basically she wants to hear us talk about what our goals, our dreams, our life like achievements, what we want to achieve, what goals we want to have, and what dreams we have. And then after that, she also wants to hear about weird dreams we've had whilst we've been snoozing away. And I'm afraid Ryan's not here to actually give his input in this, so I'll just have to talk about mine. And to be honest, Ryan James Carter, come on down.
2 reasons
You're back.
I'm downstairs. One, I shouted a bit too much and actually hurt my fucking throat. And two, I want to see if Tiff leaves a comment. He's
got himself some waters.
It's just one glass of water. I haven't got more than one. And also want to see if Tiff leaves a comment saying, Ryan, I miss you, come back.
Ryan, don't go.
And because I've made it obvious that I wanted to do that, if she doesn't do that now, she's
now going to comment on the fact that she's not going to miss you and that she was happy that you left, probably. Anyway, basically, I've decrypted her comment.
Right.
And I've...
Because we all know she doesn't speak English.
Yeah. She's Mexican, so. Brian liked that one, didn't you? Or not?
It's not because she's Mexican. She just says fuck or piss me off or shit in between every other syllable.
Basically, what she wants us for the last 15 minutes of this podcast. Are you okay? What are you even laughing at? Let's move this so you can put your glass down.
I'm not alright, Billy.
Welcome to the I'm Real Sad.
Anyway, look,
be alive
dreams. I'm going to just get straight into my dreams. I'm just going to get straight into my dreams.
Dreams is it? She wants us to talk about our dreams, as in like our goals and what we'd love to achieve, and then after that, she wants us to talk about what weird dreams we've had whilst we've been snoozing.
Before we move on to that,
yeah,
do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Go ahead.
Have you ever spent 15 minutes explaining what someone wants you to do in a comment, and then not actually get on to what you want to do?
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Carry on.
So basically, I'm gonna let you. In fact, I'll let you. What's your goals? What's your dream?
Oh, that's the two different questions.
Yes.
I thought it was like, what's your goal out of your dream or something like that, or like, what do you want to get out of your dream? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Look,
what she meant was
my goal is
what do you want to achieve in life? What's the dream?
What I want to achieve in life.
Do you want a headline download festival?
I want a head.
I wouldn't mind that.
Well, no.
On a spike, head on a spike.
Listen, mate.
My head on a spike.
At this rate, yes. I want your heads on a spikes. Is what I'm trying to say. As much as I want to do something in the film industry, like big, I do want to do acting and stuff, and I do want to do movie production stuff and whatever.
Same. I 100% can't act though. So just
yeah, you can. You can. What I do want though is, I don't care how I get there, or if I do get there, or if I don't. I preferably would like to, but I've always said, and everyone who knows me always knows, that I want to live in Canada. I want to go to Canada, and I'm gonna look. I'm actually gonna set a picture here. Give me your hands.
Yeah.
Right,
you're gonna paint your picture.
Close your eyes for me. Right, close your eyes. Open your mouth.
I did it, yeah.
No, seriously, close your eyes. I'm actually going to paint a picture. I want you to envision this. Everyone at home listening.
Stop you right there. Carry on.
Everyone at home right now, close your eyes. If you don't, I'll know. I'll know if you don't.
I'll know.
Right, you closed your eyes?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the people at home. Have you closed your eyes? Billy?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the people at home. Shut the fucking mouth.
They've all got a comment, yes. Yes, I've closed my eyes.
If they don't.
If they don't, we'll know. We'll know.
We'll know if you don't. But no, seriously, you listening right now. Yeah, now I've got your attention. I'm talking to you. It's just you and me, baby girl. Baby boy. Baby animal. It's just you and me.
So you're getting into it now.
Oh, God, you're manipulating me. You're turning me into something I don't want to be. I hope you're listening.
You want to go to Canada?
Yeah, I want to go to Canada, right? Everyone close your eyes and listen. Imagine this. Imagine a log cabin, right?
Ooh.
Really nice open log cabin.
Is it a Yule log cabin? That sounds good. Carry on, baby boy. Now, have I lost you?
No, it's all good.
It's a cabin. Cabin in the woods.
It's literally a cabin in the woods, but it's an alright one. It's not a fucked up one.
It's not got all these little booby traps in it and shit.
Let's go back to the part where I was like, close your eyes, I'm going to paint a picture. So I'm going to paint a picture.
Let's Ryan paint a picture. Billy will shut the fuck up for 5 seconds. Sorry.
I love how I'm like, close your eyes, I'm going to paint a picture, and you're like, is it a Yule log cabin? Like, fucking let me explain and you'll find out.
That's another thing I get from my mum. Fucking, you've seen it where I'm trying to tell her something and she's guessing, and I'm like, I'm literally telling you, I am telling you, you don't have to guess. I've not said, oh mum, guess what happened. I'm literally, I'm halfway through my sentence and you're trying to guess the end of it. No, I'm about to tell you. Anyway, sorry.
Right.
Rant over.
Back to the point. Let's all get calm, bring it back down to a nice relaxing level. ASMR, the actual ASMR portion of this podcast. You're in Canada. The sky is a deep ultra blue with a few wispy white clouds. The sun is beating down on these dark wood trees with like really deep green leaves that are really, really tall, and they're surrounding this pebble beach onto this really crystal clear lake that just goes on for miles, and then in the background you've got multiple snow-topped mountains and this lake that goes round, and then you've got like a little dock with a little paddle boat that you can go out into the middle and start fishing, and then after a long day of fishing you can just pull your boat back up and you go up to your little log cabin that's made out of Yule. It's a Yule log cabin. And you go in, you open the door, and you're like, fuck me, this place is amazing. You're greeted by your husky called Boba, and your German shepherd called Wade, and your girlfriend whose name is Kobe fucking Smulders, Anna Kendrick, Jennifer Lawrence. The list goes on. There are so many women in my.
So you just have this one girlfriend, but you just call her all these different names.
Yeah, I'm like, her name's
actually Agatha. But that's a fucking awful name, so...
Imagine if I end up with someone called Agatha. She's the prettiest girl. Like, Mum, Dad, I want you to meet my girlfriend.
And if someone is called Agatha, I am sorry.
I'm not saying it's a bad name, but
it is.
It's a terrible name. I'm sorry, Agatha.
No, that's mean.
Agatha, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. It is genuinely a terrible name.
I'm joking.
Anyway, I get into this cabin,
picture.
and I'm greeted by my 2 dogs and my beautiful girlfriend.
Agatha.
Please title this podcast Agatha. And you just sit down in your bed and you look out to this view over the lake with mountains in the background, and you're like, my life is brilliant. My love is pure. I saw an angel.
Right, we've got 9 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We haven't been that long, have we?
51 minutes in.
Well, that would...
So paint your picture, bitch.
Basically, I did. I just imagine that. That's where I want to be.
That's where you want to be. That's your goal. That's what
I want.
That's your dream.
That is literally my dream. I'll give you now 9 minutes to describe your dream.
So...
And then we'll talk about our actual dreams.
I'd quite like to be in a band. I can't do anything musically talented or anything like that, but that's what I would like to do. That would be my dream.
Let me dream.
And I can't do any of those things, so unfortunately it's not going to happen.
When the reality hits, it hits hard.
So there's that, and then but the thing is that like, so when people think about goals and dreams and stuff, you actually went a different route. You just went with where you want to be and what you want to be surrounded by and everything. You didn't go career wise. No. So maybe I should steer away from what I want career wise, because to be honest, career wise I don't know, because I'm like, love to be in a band, would love that as a job, and would love that to be my career or my job or what I do.
Really knows.
But I know 100%, like, I don't do stuff.
I realised that was a...
Yeah, it's Charlie's little...
Oh God, I'm using Charlie's 21st birthday glass. I saw you looking at it, I was like, I kind of picked the wrong one. This isn't a... Carry on with your doing.
No, that's fine. And so, basically... Yeah, I know I can't really do anything, because I don't do anything musically, and I can't sing, I can't play instruments, I don't have the patience to learn any of those. So, just kind of like...
So good luck, basically.
Yeah, good luck. But then there's also like, it's more like I'm interested in filmmaking and all of that.
But you don't know the specific area.
I don't know the specific area. One, I want to do. 2, what I could do. And also, I don't know if that's like actually what I'd want as a career, rather than more just, oh, that's what I'd want to do for fun, just to like, so it wouldn't be like, oh, this is what I have to do because this is what pay the bills. This is just, oh, I've got this cool idea, let's make this film, done, cool, it's out there, finished. That was fun. And then a little bit later on, I'm like, oh, I've got another cool idea, let's just do that, blah, blah, blah. It's not like, oh, this is what I do, this is what I have to do to make money and whatever. So, like, even that, like, I'm just like, I wouldn't even know what to go into and stuff. So that's why I am where I am right now, where I'm kind of stuck because I'm at a job, which obviously is not the job for me. No?
Not the thing you want to be doing for the rest of your life?
I quite honestly, I don't want to work in a supermarket for the rest of my life.
Okay. I thought that was what everyone wanted to do. I thought that was the big idea.
How
else are you going to save for a Yule log cabin in the middle of Canada?
Yeah. Some people are happy with that. That's fine. That's, it's just... I will kill myself.
These are also the people that end up with someone called Agatha.
Yeah. If I was there much longer, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, gentlemen, did you have a nice fucking tan stuck in the loaves of bread in a supermarket?
I just started full time there, and it's like, this is alright for now. I'm making a lot of money, but I'm like, it's another thing is
so much so that you can start paying me now.
When you're at school and you're constantly thinking like, I can't wait for school to be over. It's day in, day out, Monday to Friday, you're in every day. I can't wait for school to be over and all this nonsense and stuff. And it's like, you get the weekend off, blah, blah, blah. It's not long enough. And everything. You can't wait for school to be over. I don't have the luxury of, I can't wait for my job to be over. Because that's not going to fucking end until I find something else to do. So it's not just, I just wait it out. And then, eventually my job will be over.
You could, if you wanted to, live and work there for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but that's not ideal.
Oh, go on, give it a shot. I think it'd be good. How else are you supposed to save up for a Yule log cabin in the middle of Canada with your girlfriend called Agatha?
Agatha and all these other names. Doing something I fucking enjoy.
Doing something worthwhile in my life.
So yeah, that's that. So to be honest, career-wise, don't know. But I like your idea of a nice place in Canada.
Sorry, it's Canada?
Canada, and Canadan people live there.
Canadan
people
Where the
live
fuck's
there.
the I? Canadian. It's not Canadan.
It's Canada.
Yeah.
And they're Canadians.
No, they're Canadians.
They're Canadians.
Why? Why are they why are they Canadians?
Because they live in Canada.
They live in Canada, you fucktard! And they're called Canadians.
Ryan, I don't know
if
you ever paid attention in geography, but I sure as fucking hell didn't.
Am I actually just being stupid, or is this one of your jokes?
Oh, I'm being a dick.
Thank fuck for that.
Jesus.
I was like,
I should have just let you believe.
But I was like, fuck's sake, here he goes again. Then I was like, wait, what if this is the one thing?
No, but it's Canada and they're Canadians. Anyway, so basically,
Canadians in Canada. You fucktard. Sorry, that's just our horse in the background. Put your goddamn horse away. Where's your horse? Just over here.
Hello, who rang? I'm dying.
I forgot about it.
Oh dear.
God.
Never mind. That's just that's going to be in this. You know,
Can we play this video?
I'll play
at
that
the end of
video.
I'll send it to you. You're gonna put that's going to be the outro, guys.
Actually send that to me because I do those in my vlogs. I do little Snapchat outros.
How long have we got left? Basically, we're wrapping it up now. Yeah.
We have less than 3 minutes.
T-minus 3 minutes.
Wait, we haven't even explained weird dreams that we've.
Was she talking about life dreams?
She was talking about that,
or actual sleeping dreams?
No, she wanted both. She had a 2-part question.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll start off the next podcast with the dreams because I will talk about dreams for ages.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. We could have a whole.
So
podcast
Tiffany, basically, to answer your comment, no. We'll do it next week.
Yeah, but that's it. Like.
Happy 21st birthday, Charlie.
Happy 21st birthday, Charlie. Ryan's drinking out of his happy 21st birthday.
Listen, guys, if you ever go around someone's house, ask permission before you pick up any old mug or any glass.
He doesn't care about that.
He's
not like me.
What he doesn't know can't hurt him.
Weird.
Do you know what, though? I kind of thought it was like Happy 18th, Billy, and then I was like, he's seeing red. I'm fucking done for.
Yeah,
guys, thank you so much. Tarantulas and TV remotes is all we ask of you every week. And what do we get? Bow ties and catapults. And unicorns.
And
remember to tweet us your livestock at...
You know what?
I'd love someone to tweet me a cow and it turns up on my doorstep.
It's
whatever
like,
the fuck that means.
It's like basically sending like an online order. Like instead of I don't know how I'm trying to explain this, but they tweet you a cow, and that basically there's some kind of thing where it then gets your address and everything just from tweeting at Ryan James Carter.
Yeah.
Somehow your address is linked to it, and somewhere a cow comes from and is sent to your address because some person tweeted a cow at you.
Should we cut this bit out and start this? Because I reckon there's money in this idea.
Yeah. Should we?
Well, they won't know about this bit at the end. They won't know. We can just cut this
we
bit out.
We won't tell people that we'll have the company, the cow tweeting company, under different names.
What should we name it?
So
Cows Are Us.
Cows Are Us. Cows Are Own. Cowzone.
Cowzone. We could even make a pizza and turn it on its side and like put the stuff inside and sell it in restaurants.
But basically, we won't tell everyone else that it's our company, so then we can use that as the sponsor for the podcast to make us look better.
That's the good fucking thing.
So it looks like we've got a sponsor, legit.
The thing about having an audio podcast is we can just edit this bit out whenever we want to.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it
fuck
doesn't
all
matter.
those
So
fucking idiots listening. They won't even know. For them, they'll just be like, "Oh, it's the last minute of the podcast."
Yeah.
And then we can edit it out. Yeah. Wait, I've got a better idea.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's got trapped.
You swallowed it. Basically, all I'm trying to say is, fuck off.
Hello, Dave, I'm dying!
Hello, Hurrang, I'm dying! Yeah.
We'll start recording again now so that they don't.
Oh yes,
they don't know that we cut a bit out.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Wait, ready?
Right.
Imagine there's been a pause. Okay. Oh no, there's no pause. It's just going to be ready. 3, 2. Yeah, and that's it basically, guys. So thanks for listening this week. You can find me, Ryan, as always, on Twitter.
Ryan James Carter.
Ryan James Carter at YLLIBPARMITER.
And you can find Yulib Palmter at.
Whoa! How do you spell that?
Well, that was it. That was the spelling.
Oh, sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You can also find us at the Real Sad Podcast on Twitter.
That is probably one of the Twitter's most active accounts at the moment.
Yeah.
Sorry. Jeremy, I told you to fuck off back to the stables. Sorry. We've never had a horse in this before, but for some reason we just forgot to put him back in the stable. What?
An horse.
No, it's a horse, mate.
I like horses. No, I don't. I fucking hate horses.
Have you ever
fucked an horse?
Fucked a camel?
Have you ever sucked a camel's dick?
Yeah, it's humpy.
It's humpy, it's
Guys,
furry.
let us know in the comments.
I've got stuff in my throat.
It's called phlegm, mate. It's disgusting. Guys, let us know in the comments if you've ever snogged a dog, humped a camel, fucked a duck, slapped a cat. See if you know what I'm talking about.
Thanks for listening.
Remember to follow us on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Did you ever watch on, like, videos?
Yeah, I did actually.
A real quick point.
Oh, okay.
Where it was like on... It was always on, like, VHS, whatever. Yeah, VHS tapes, and they would have, like, the copyright, like, advert thing, and it was basically like saying, like, yeah, don't do copyright, don't do this and stuff. And then,
you wouldn't steal a car.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh,
that was on DVDs. But this it was a thing, and then at the end of it, she was like, "Thanks for listening."
I just snotted.
Thanks for listening. And then we'd all me, Charlie, and Rebecca would all be like real funny and cool and be like, I didn't even listen though. I didn't even really listen. Haha, joke's on you. But yeah, right, fuck off then.
Magic Mike, go watch it in theatres now.